Am I the a-hole for moving away for college and abandoning my son?
Yeah.
I know how that title sounds. And honestly, I get it. I probably do sound like a complete asshole. But I'm gonna tell this story anyway because I'm tired of getting yelled at and guilt-tripped like I committed murder. And maybe I am an asshole, but I also think I deserve a shot at living my life. Let me back up. I'm 18 now, just graduated high school. Last year, when I was 17, I hooked up with this girl I knew from school, Lily. We weren't dating. We weren't close. Just two dumb teenagers messing around at a party and deciding not to think about consequences. She told me she was on the pill. I believed her. Stupid, I know. We didn't use a condom, which in hindsight was incredibly naive, but in the moment it felt like whatever. Fast forward a little over a month, and Lily shows up at my house with her parents. I remember opening the door, and there she was, smiling through tears, holding a positive pregnancy test like it was some kind of prize. Her parents looked pissed, not at her, but at me, like I was the villain in some after-school drama. I could already see my life flashing before my eyes, and not in a good way. That night we all sat down, me, Lily, our parents, and had the talk. She was already planning on keeping the baby. I was in full panic mode. I told her I didn't want to be a father. I begged her to consider abortion. I wasn't yelling or anything. I just desperately tried to make her understand. I said I wasn't ready. My life hadn't even started yet. My parents even stepped up and said they'd pay for it, no questions asked. But Lily wasn't budging. She said she wanted the baby, said she felt connected to it already, said she didn't believe in abortion. Which, fine. I respected her choice. I didn't yell or threaten or ghost her. I just told her clearly, if you keep the baby, I won't be involved. Not because I hate kids. Not because I'm a deadbeat. But because I never wanted to be a dad in the first place. I made that choice clear from day one. I wasn't going to the birth. I wasn't signing any papers. If she wanted to be a single mom, that was her choice, but I wasn't signing up for it. Fast forward again, she gave birth.
A boy.
I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't send gifts. I didn't call. I wasn't trying to be cruel. I was just trying to stay true to the boundary I had set from the very beginning. That didn't stop Lily from blowing up my phone, asking for money, asking if I could come over to just hold him for a few hours, asking if I could babysit so she could sleep or run errands. I said no. Every time. I didn't respond with cruelty, but I stood firm. I said, I told you I didn't want to be a parent. And yeah, I've heard all the rebuttals. But you had sex, so you took the risk. She didn't get pregnant by herself. You made the baby, whether you wanted to or not. All of that is true. But I also tried to find a solution when we found out. I offered what I thought was a compromise. I was willing to help pay for an abortion. That offer got shot down, and now I'm being dragged through the mud for not stepping into a role I never agreed to. I didn't meet the baby, my son, supposedly, until just over a week ago. Lily had been begging for a visit. I caved. He's the baby. I felt nothing. Maybe that makes me cold, but there was no magical moment, no spark of fatherly instinct. Just a stranger looking back at me with my nose and maybe my ears. Now here's where things went from awkward to nuclear. I got accepted into a really good out-of-state college, far from our little dead-end town. I'm proud of myself. I worked hard, got scholarships, busted my ass through high school even while all this drama was going on. I want to be something. I want to build a life that's mine. And college is the first real shot I have at doing that. To prep for the move, I decided to host a garage sale and get rid of my old stuff. I made a post about it on social media, not thinking twice. I guess someone still following me was friends with Lily because she showed up with the baby. She walked right into the garage sale, yelling at me in front of everyone, screaming that I was a coward, that I was abandoning my child, that I was a disgusting excuse for a man. I tried to calmly explain, again, that I made it clear from the beginning that I didn't want to be a dad, that I was moving for school and to build a life, that I didn't owe her or the baby anything. She didn't care. She was crying, angry, saying I was turning my back on my family. My parents eventually stepped in and told her to leave. My mom even threatened to call the cops for trespassing. You'd think that'd be the end of it, right? Nope. Now my parents, my own parents, are pressuring me to be a man and at least try to build a relationship with Lily and the baby when I'm home on breaks. They said I should be grateful the child's even in my life, that it's my only biological child, and that I owe it to myself to be involved. I think they're projecting because my older sister is child-free and lesbian, and now they think this baby is their only shot at grandparent glory. Even random people I haven't spoken to in years have started messaging me, telling me I'm heartless, telling me I'll regret this one day, that it's just a baby, and I need to step up. They don't care that I never signed the birth certificate. They don't care that I never agreed to this life. All they see is a baby and a boy who doesn't want to be a man. But no one seems to care about what I want, about how terrified I am that if I stay in this town, I'll get sucked into a life I never wanted, that I'll become someone I resent, that I'll grow up bitter and trapped, that I'll give up my one shot at a future because of a moment of teenage carelessness and someone else's choice. And look, I get it. I'm the asshole here. I had sex without a condom. I believed someone who said they were on the pill. I made choices, and now someone else is living with the consequences. And maybe it is selfish to move away and wash my hands of it all. Maybe it is cruel to not want anything to do with this child. Maybe it is heartless to say, not my kid, not my problem. But I never agreed to this. I never wanted this. I tried to find another way. And now I'm the villain in everyone's story. So yeah, maybe I am the a-hole. But I'm still leaving. Because if I don't live for myself, no one else will.